Today, we're going to dive into the story of someone truly special, an American volunteer known simply as Grandpa Mike, and the incredible, lasting legacy he built in a community thousands of miles from his own home. It's a really inspiring one.
And this quote, wow. It really just says it all, doesn't it? This tells you right away that his work wasn't just about grammar or vocabulary. It was so much deeper. It was about human connection, about kindness, and about showing what it means to truly do good in the world.
So, that's the big question we're tackling. Who was this person really? And what did he do that made his loss felt so deeply, so personally, by so many people in Taiwan? The answer, as we're about to see, is this amazing lesson in character and true commitment.
You know, the most amazing journeys often have the most humble beginnings, and this was no exception. It didn't start with some grand plan or a big ceremony. It started with something we all do, a simple video call. Over a decade ago, he just started volunteering from his home in the US, coaching English to students through a screen.
But what started online quickly became so much more. He went from being a face on a screen to actually funding his own trip to meet these students in person. And it wasn't a one-and-done thing, not at all. He ended up making 5 separate visits over the years, building those bonds stronger and stronger each time.
So we've seen his journey, but let's get to the why. Why was his impact so deep and so lasting? Well, it turns out his legacy was really built on a foundation of 4 key pillars. These pillars defined not just what he did, but who he was.
All right, pillar number 1. It all came down to his unwavering character.
And we're not just talking about being a nice guy. It was this incredible mix of qualities. He was humble, genuinely eager to learn their culture and language. He was fundamentally kind and encouraging, always looking to lift people up. And on top of all that, he had this fantastic sense of humor, but never, ever made it about himself. That's the bedrock right there.
Okay, on to pillar 2, his dedicated advocacy. See, his passion didn't just switch off when he flew back to the US. In fact, that's when he basically became one of Taiwan's greatest unofficial ambassadors. And this was not just talk. He took real, concrete action. He wrote articles for newspapers, he self-published books to tell his story, he even provided financial support. And get this, for 10 years, he shipped hundreds of gifts to students. That's a constant, tangible reminder of how much he cared.
Pillar number 3 is maybe the most important of all. It's his core philosophy of action. This was the engine driving everything he did.
Just let that sink in. He lived by this idea. He believed that you change minds and hearts through what you do, not what you preach. His entire journey was a living, breathing testament to that belief. He showed his commitment, he didn't just talk about it.
And that brings us to the final pillar, his absolutely tireless service. This was a commitment that really, truly knew no boundaries.
I mean, he didn't just stick to the easy-to-reach places. No way. He traveled without complaint to remote schools, even to offshore islands. He simply went where he was needed. End of story.
So when you put it all together, his character, his advocacy, his philosophy, his service, what do you have? You have this, a perfect definition of genuine global citizenship. It has nothing to do with passports or politics. It's about a commitment that's built on humility, on generosity, and on persistent, positive action.
Ultimately, Grandpa Mike's story is so much bigger than just one man's volunteer work. It's a model. It's a blueprint for all of us. It shows how any one person, just through consistent kindness and action, can build bridges that span continents and create a legacy of love.
And really, that just leaves us with a final question to think about. Remember, this whole incredible story started with a simple video call. His life is proof that you don't need some grand plan to make a real difference. So what's one small action you can take today to connect with someone or to bridge a divide in your own world?